I simply did not need this. You guys, I've got some sort of problem. I think this is an addiction that's more of a sickness than a hobby. Well, anyway, it's here. So, here we go again. Well, got the old girl backed into the shop on its new roller tires. Looks quite a bit better just up off the ground, off of those shredded old nasty tires. These aren't much better, but at least they hold air. Got the old hood open, kind of getting a once over on this truck. I bought it a few months ago during the summer here in Arizona, but I've been so busy with the farm I haven't had time to even unload it off of the trailer. So it's been sitting on the trailer, so I haven't even gone through it or gone over it or anything. But here she is, 1962 International pickup. And I just fell in love with this truck and the story. The original owner supposedly worked for International on the assembly line. And I think he was one of the ones that put this truck together on the assembly line, and he drove it for a while and then sold it when it was still fairly new to the owner that owned it the rest of its life. And I would have to do some research to try to confirm any of this, but overall it's pretty clean. I love the Arizona burnt weathered look. The second owner drove an International big truck, so his daughter is the one who I bought this from, and she said that he put these on there off of his big rig. All the hubcaps are on it. It's definitely got a little whammy right here behind the tire, probably from a blowout. And a little whammy right here. So I kind of want to keep this old, nasty, rusty look on it. I just kind of dig the story of this truck. And it's kind of a time capsule. You'll see what I mean when I show you, but overall it's pretty straight. That one fender is boogered up, and then the bedside on this side looks like it had a blowout too. It looks like whoever drove this towards the end was not good on keeping good rubber on it. None of the tires match that were on it, and this side is folded in. I kind of pulled it back, but I think I can do some hammer and dolly work on that to straighten it up. But I just love how original this thing is. It's not messed with, even though I'm going to mess with it, it's not messed with yet. But it is a C100, so it has the independent front suspension, which is kind of cool. As far as I know, these have a Dana 44 rear axle with two-piece shafts, kind of like some of the Jeeps did in the time. But it has some really cool accessories, like these International factory tow mirrors, International Harvester, factory air conditioning. It's got this little sticker on here. It's hard to read and probably can't see it on the camera, but it says air conditioned by Frigiking. Kind of cool aftermarket, probably a dealer add-on deal. And there's some old International big red stickers that have long been burnt off of here, but they left their pattern in the patina, which is super cool. Obviously some kid thought it would be fun to shoot the windows out of it. This window's gone, back window's blown out of it, windshield's cracked, but apparently glass is available, which I was somewhat surprised. I think it's awesome that all the hubcaps somehow are still on this truck. So the daughter said that her dad bought this truck and he used it to tow his little camper, and she still had the camper, and it was painted this same bluish green color, and it was still in the shed. She said it wasn't for sale. Her sister was restoring it, but you could see the wiring for his weird trailer plug. I thought this was interesting. I'm gonna have to follow this. That's a 110 extension cord plug. And for some reason, no license plate on the factory spot. It has the light and everything, but they have a light and a plate over here. Last titled, or last registered 91. So she's been off the road for a very long time. I love this kind of stuff. Old stickers that are weathered and still on there. This is super cool. It's an old International. You can actually see on here, it says International on the light. Like a dust chase light, like they run on desert trucks now. That's super cool. Bumper's super straight on the back. Tailgate straight. Has a little rot in the corners, which all these old trucks did. Oh wow. Still opens. Look at the bed. I think the only thing it hauled was that camper, because this thing is, there's not a dent in this bed. It's crazy. Got a tumbleweed with the deal. Those must have been his tow extension mirrors that he put on it. I just can't believe how straight this bed is in the inside. The outside, it's got the whiskey dents, but the inside is straight. Shut that later. Looks like he had maybe a camper shell on it at one time to tie that down. This one's super cool. You can see the old Big Rig IH logo. And the sticker's completely gone. It's just burned into the cab from the sun here in Arizona. But it has a spare tire carrier under the truck, but it also had one here. Kind of interesting. I don't know a lot about this vintage of International. I've had later ones. I had a 73 392 short bed 4-wheel drive with a 4-speed. That was super cool. But there's the spare tire carrier. Still has a bald tire in it. But yeah, she's all in one piece. Let's look inside this thing. This door still shuts really nice. It sucks he put speakers in the door, but maybe I can upgrade those and put the old style aftermarket grates back on. I mean, it's nasty in here. We're gonna have to clean it up. Looks like we have some spare wind wings. What is this? Some sort of little mirror deal. You can tell how the Arizona sun cooked his bug and windshield cleaner. All kinds of goodies in here. Some garbage. Oh wow. An entire box of barbecue sauce packets. That is weird. Gross. Anyone want any barbecue sauce? I'd be happy to donate this to you. There's some of the glass from the back window. What do we have here? This is a truck equipped with something. Do not spin test when only do not spin test when only one wheel is off the ground. When transmission is in gear, power will flow to the wheel having traction. This must have a posi in it. That's very cool. I can't read this one. This is another International equipped sticker or something. But look at the survivor of this thing. The cool thing, when I picked this truck up, I don't think his daughter had been through it for many years. His hat was still sitting on the seat, and the truck was like this. She went through and pulled a lot of the stuff that she wanted out of here, but she left the tools that he carried around Little pair of pliers, screwdriver, everything you need to rebuild an International. There's an extra big truck International emblem on the dash. Of course, the ashtray and the clothespin. I wonder what he was smoking. The original headliner's in it. It's warped. What do we have here? The coat hanger. Missing the light lens for the dome light. But overall, it's just all here. It's still got its add-on under dash AC. The heater unit's still in it. Go around to the other side. On this side, the door latch is a little messed up. The latch assembly is still all there, but it might either have a broken spring or might need something done. There's the old tag. 4,200 pound GVW, 180 horsepower. Certified gross horsepower 193, net horsepower 180. Big power back then. It has the 304 V8, and the cool thing is this is an AC and an automatic transmission truck, which I don't think I've seen. I don't know how rare they are, but it's super cool. It's got a CB mic holder right there. Keys still in the ignition. Pedals don't have a whole lot of wear on them. I'm really surprised. That would be a foot pump, a windshield washer deal. I'm not going to push it because I'm sure it'll crumble, but that would actually be a little or just a little bladder. It's a rubber bladder deal, and you pump it with your foot, and it sprays windshield washer fluid on the windshield. What's in there? Oh yeah. Put those back in. Looks like got an FM stereo right here. I wonder if this works. We're gonna have to try that out. That's cool. What do we have here? Oh, oops. Keep throwing it on the ground. Oh, that's the last insurance and registration. 91. This is interesting. Someone changed the rearview mirror. It's got a little compass in it, and it has a clock in it. That's funny. Pretty cool. So what do we have? So we have a RPM hundreds. We have a good old tachometer. When you're pulling those big loads. I wonder if this is a add-on International piece, probably aftermarket. The odometer shows 1,423 miles, so I'm sure that's 100,000. Or yeah, I don't know. By the pedals, it's got to have over 100,000 miles by the wear on the front end and the whiskey dents stuff. I would definitely say so. But overall, the interior, I think, will clean up really nice. I don't know whose undergarments are hanging from the rearview mirror, but they're long since prime. Just super, super cool old Survivor truck. Oh, man. Should have sat on that. This stuff is itchy. It's all rotted. The old vinyl is like a crispy critter. Arizona sun just cooks everything, but look at the floors. I'm sure there's going to be rust under that carpet, but overall, original rubber floor deal. Super, super cool. I just liked the story of it. The guy drove it his entire life, passed away, still driving this truck towards the end. Still had the camper, and I think it was awesome that the family tried to keep it as long as they could. And I promised the daughter that I would try to get this thing running because she said she loved driving this truck. But anyway, let's see what we got going on here. Under the hood of this thing, it's just so cool. It's a time capsule. It hasn't been messed with since it was parked. Someone pulled the battery out of it. But other than that, it's all here. Doesn't look like rats chewed on anything. Doesn't look like anyone's been under here. Just the amount of dirt. You can tell no one's leaned over this radiator in many years. Oh, look. That's a good place to keep your spare points. And the spare fishing lure. You can't leave home without the spare fishing lure. Interesting. Still got the overflow. I wonder if that's windshield washer fluid. Yeah, I bet that's windshield washer fluid right there. And in the glove box on this truck, when I got it, I already went through that stuff and I put it away. But he has every single service record and every part purchased for this truck. And one of the things he bought was this, it's an engine vent system. So it basically was like a breather. So any oil vapor, anything that burned off went into that canister and then it would re-burn it, which is interesting. And it supposedly in the pamphlet was to help with efficiency and to prevent seal issues, which obviously time has a different idea on seals here in Arizona. They're all dry and rotted out. But looks like original regulator. Does have electric wiper motor. That's cool. Master cylinder's still on there. Horn. That crown's seen better days. Probably was clamped on with vice grips towards the end of its time. But that's the AC compressor from that add-on AC setup, still R12. That's the generator down there. Very, very cool old truck.